We're live. Hello.
Hey guys, good morning.
Good morning. So, Rachel to Journal, I made you a moderator. How's it going? I'm going to go up.
You're not late, Jennifer. We got here about the same time.
So, Johnny's here. Johnny was here. Hi, Jennifer.
Hey Johnny.
Hey,
Hello.
Johnny.
Hi Rachel. Hi Jennifer.
Hi. Oh boy, I lost us. Oh, I just moved this thing.
She lost us.
Not like it just went to put it up in a different spot, and all of a sudden it's showing me shorts. No.
I forgot my lipstick today. I
Well,
look
it's
like horrible.
I actually put mascara on, but I think it's 2 years old. You're not supposed to use it. Anyway,
Hey Scarlett.
pray for me. Hi Scarlett. Anyway, I think I should just throw it in the garbage. Today's
You
garbage day.
should. Hey Ash.
Hi Ashley. So we got an Ash and then an Ash and a Lee and then an Ashley. It's not the same person, right?
No.
Okay.
Two different Ashleys. I know lipstick tragedy.
I know.
It was.
I'm saying it's like 2 years. I'm judging everything by around my wedding time because I bought a lot of makeup pre-wedding, and I sometimes bought them and didn't open them until after. I figure it's like when I open it, not when I buy it. But
Right, yeah. It's
if
when you
that's the
open it.
case, yeah, I don't really. Oh, two old guys is here. Hey, how's
Hey
it going?
Ashley. Hey Mark.
It's Mark. Hi, Mark. And then the
Because I
person
would
with
assume that
yes,
Michael is working.
TG Denise. What happened to Scarlett? Is she really? Is that your real name, Denise? Hi,
Huh?
Claudette.
Do
Is
what?
Scarlett's real name Denise? That's a
No,
question.
it's Scarlett.
Well, it's her new name after the photograph says the Porcelain Princess, also known as TG. Oh wait, she's putting
No, she
Ash.
was telling Denise hi. Hey, Denise.
Oh, it's also known as TG. Oh gosh,
Wake up, Suzy.
it was the TG that got
No,
me.
it's Denise's Magical Emporium is here.
Okay. Hi, Denise.
Hey, Ashley Reed. Oh, my goodness. There's the other Ashley.
Well, have fun at my expense. What
Hey,
else can you
Claudette.
have? The cheapest thing you can have today is making fun of me, right?
Yes, it could.
Because
I went outside. Well, I washed my hair. It was looking cute. And I went outside and it looked like the sky was about to fall. It was black. The wind was blowing. So then I end up with this. So,
you know, you're saying wake up. Remember I told you I took an antihistamine 2 nights ago?
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was nodding off all day long. And I don't think it's completely out of my system. That's like an evil antihistamine. I'm not taking it anymore. I understand. No, I actually don't do the ganja much. I'm saying much. I'm qualifying.
Much.
I might do like 2 puffs a month. That's not a lot. And it's
Hey,
really
Debbie.
not a big deal.
Well, if it was like Zyrtec, you should take that at night because it makes you sleepy.
Newsflash, took it at night 2 nights ago, and I'm still tired from it. But yesterday I was nodding off all day. It's like it never went away.
Right.
So
because the immunologist started me on Zyrtec, so I take it at night, and then I would take the Claritin when I took that because it helps lower my histamine levels.
Yeah, well, this one does that. It says it's for like anti-histamine, but I don't know. At first, I got kind of agitated, and then I felt a little cranky, and then I about 3 hours later, I finally fell asleep, and then I was then I could sleep for like 24 hours. That's
gotcha.
So I hate to say it. I have a sense. I feel it, right? I don't really feel the ganja stuff so much. I remember back in high school, I'm just talking about people that were like around, and you remember that 70s show? They would do the thing where they pass the Dutchie, so I'm gonna say, and then the wallpaper would like move. I mean, back in those days, I felt stuff if I did that with friends, and now I don't know. it's supposedly like so strong, but I don't know. I don't really feel it. And then I take one antihistamine and I'm down for the count. I don't get
Well,
it. It wasn't
yesterday,
active. They were smoking.
after we ended the show,
Mary.
I went to sleep from 11:30 my time when we got off till 3:30, 3:45.
Wow.
I mean, I slept like a rock. Then last night went back to sleep again.
I never did that, Jennifer. I remember back in the day. I'm talking about like, pre and Tony, that when I got diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome, I would oh my gosh, on diphenhydramine, that's Benadryl, and that's over the counter.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Actually, they said hallucinations could be a side effect occasionally. And I'm thinking, I'm taking the dose for the drug I was on is 25 milligrams, and I took a 10 milligram one, which is less than half of what you're supposed to take, or the usual starting dose, I should say.
And do you film it, Scarlett?
What are you talking about?
She says if she goes to bed early, then she wakes up to tinkle in the middle of the night.
Okay.
Oh, thanks, Claudette. It's getting there, girl. I was just telling Suzy they just dropped off. They were dropping off the flooring. The guy was painting yesterday. So if he finished the painting, then they should start the floors hopefully today. And then they finish the ramp, which is huge.
I haven't been on Scarlett's channel since I met her, and all I heard was tinkling noises. And I was like, yeah. I'm like, I don't get it. Sorry, it doesn't do anything for me. I hear that kind of noise when I'm by the fountain. Yeah, it's going to be done soon. You're going to be saying next week, oh, we're moving in next week.
I know. Well, they said the beginning of May, so
that's
today's the 1st. So I call that within the week or two, right?
Well, happy May Day. I think it's May Day. I don't know what that means. Sounds like the ship's going down, but I don't know.
Yeah, because Teresa told me that this morning. So it must be.
I think May Day was a celebration of like spring in the earth. But when they say May Day, it means it's sinking.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Dee. How are you? She's screaming at us.
But Dee, I didn't do your package yet because I got to find a box big enough to put it all in.
Oh, by the way, that thing that you got me, that Dee sent to me, was wrapped very well. So if you buy something from Dee, Dawn, I've gotten stuff from Dawn, and I've gotten now a package from Dee. I'm not saying other people don't wrap well. I'm just saying that those two people in particular wrap things very well. So did Teresa. She sent me some. So you guys, if you buy something and if it doesn't arrive perfect, it's not their fault. I'm 100% sure.
Those little birds just reminded me of the birds you painted.
They're so cute.
I had to.
They match my bathroom really well. I know that they were S&Ps, but I put them in my bathroom display shelf. It is easier to see. I love it.
It matches my bathroom. Our show, I do caps. Like if I'm doing the thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try voice to text and hope.
Good luck with that.
Yeah, I know it says such weird stuff when I've done it. Oh, when you do it like on the phone, and it'll say something so absurd. And my friend said she wrote this guy, and it said something that was a little bit suggestive, if not perverted. And I'm like thinking, and she goes, and I pressed send, and then I read it, and she goes, and it said something about like, I'll meet you for sex later. And I'm like, what? And she goes, I didn't mean that. Oh my gosh, I was doing the voice. Oh my God. And she's like, and then she had to tell her husband because she felt guilty that she made the mistake, but it had the word sex in it. Anyway, it was like.
I know. Sometimes I'll use the voice of text, and I don't know if it can't understand me I guess especially if I'm talking fast or something and the accent comes out or whatever. But it writes some jacked up stuff.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't want to have anybody misconstrue. You know,
I
and
know, Jennifer. I slept all day. I couldn't do any invoicing yesterday.
when I
It's
say
just my monthlies I have to get out.
curse words, it makes it the word duck. And I'm like, is that on purpose? So I don't write the bad word? Because it does it all the time. Like I don't want my autocorrect, you know, what do they call it? I don't know. Monitoring, like, what do they call it when they take away bad words so that we don't offend people? The person that I'm going to say those words to either deserve them or I'm saying it for fun. If you know what I mean. Anyway, I don't do it a lot, but did I tell you I went to an Amish auction with the Amish lady and her daughter. Slang, censorship. Thank you guys.
Yeah.
Thank you for helping me with my senior moments. And I went to this Amish auction. I got stuck in the mud and I yelled, fudge, but not fudge. Like, and then I went, and
She said she heard it before.
what? She said she heard
said,
it before.
don't worry about it. She's
But
heard it before.
she didn't say don't worry about it. And she said she's heard it before, but I still didn't want to do it because they're very like, they're so proper. They never show their hair and they supposedly don't. Hi, Teresa. And they supposedly don't cut their hair all day. I mean, all their whole lives. And it's supposedly in that bun. And I'm thinking, the buns don't look that big to have had a lifetime of hair. I mean, if you're 55 years old, you would think you'd have to be wrapping that stuff around.
Listen, I guess if their hair is thin. Hey, Teresa. But I don't know.
I don't know. Is right. I mean, I think I'd cut off at least a couple feet when no one was looking.
Oh my God. Look at this stinking little dog.
Very cute. Very cute.
Spoiled. I got mine behind my back.
Why wouldn't you spoil a dog?
I don't know.
The Amish people don't spoil their dogs, for sure. There's one little, the lady who I, visit, she has one little dog that always comes to me and it always rolls on its back so I could give it a belly rub. And a little bit dirty all the time because it's running around in the yard 100% of the time. But it's so friendly. I'd love to. I want to tell her I'll take your dog. My husband, I was looking at puppies the other day and he said, we have enough dogs. We have enough dogs to take care of.
I know it is hard not to spoil them.
I know. But we have enough dogs by volume. If I had little dogs, I don't know. I would want to have a dog farm if I could. But the ones that dig or try to run away are kind of a pain in the neck, if you ask me. But
yes,
Roxy likes to run away and dig.
We were going down our street where my house is, and there was a little dog. I told Garrett, I said, that's Giovanni. He's out again. Because somebody stole him and they got him back. They were able to get the footage from the post office. It was like the guy who delivers, who picks up the main mail at the post office. Took him.
Oh. But was Giovanni the golden retriever?
No, Giovanni is the little bitty dog that Marie had got for the neighbors.
Oh.
And so we stopped and Garrett was able to grab him. And the guy was running. He goes, I found where he's getting out at. So, hey, Jeffrey.
Hi, Jeffrey.
Oh, that's okay, Jeffrey. Life happens sometimes. G.
Hey, G. Mr. J.
Yeah.
G. Anyway.
So what are you doing today, Suzy?
I have to pay bills, lots of bills. One is I had to pay. I'm putting the bills on a credit card and that's not good. They're going to raise my limit. I'll owe them a leg. You know how they say an arm and a leg? I'm going to owe them a leg.
Yeah.
And maybe a kidney. But anyway, real estate taxes,
Oh, you
garbage
going to
bill,
the doctor, Jennifer?
home insurance. Did I tell you that the one doctor said, I need to see you in 2 weeks? Can you see me in 2 weeks? And I said, I cannot. And she's like, I cannot pay you $50 every 2 weeks. That will not happen.
Right.
You're not gonna. I go, I have to buy my medicine. I'm like, I
I
can't.
have to go to physical therapy today, and I don't want to go. I hear you, Jennifer.
Go to pee in a cup. I had to pee in a cup at this new doctor. And I'm wondering, I mean, everything I've been taking, like Aleve, ibuprofen, Sudafed, and it's like I wonder what it's gonna say.
They usually tell you right away.
Oh, really? They said nothing to me, or I was only in the app, and they didn't call me to say. I don't think they didn't call me.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what are they gonna? They could say inconclusive, or they could say you failed. Like in this. They don't do anything interesting. Truthfully,
I
we'll
hear
see.
you.
I mean, I don't want to throw shade on people who do what they do. I mean, obviously, as long as, I mean, I don't think it's a great idea to mess with certain things for sure. But if if something's legal and you do something once in a while, like a beer, or in New Jersey, you could take a gummy, whatever, it's your business. But anyway, we'll see. So I had to see like 3 doctors have to approve one of my prescriptions. In New Jersey, all I have to do is ask. It's so frustrating. Right?
Yep. Frustrating.
And
Well, I'm going to the physical therapist today, and he thinks that my balance is perfectly fine. So I feel like, why do I need to go?
Oh, if he says your balance is okay, why do you need to go?
Yeah.
Because
he's very condescending. Like,
we'll find a different one.
I just didn't like him.
Go to a different one.
So he set me up with another guy who works on balance. But so if my balance was fine, why do I have to go see the guy who works with balance? That's all I'm saying.
Why don't you chew him? I don't mean chew him, but like, why don't you say to him, look, I have to get one thing straight with you. You said, I know I'm falling. My doctor knows I'm falling. My friends know I'm falling. I come here, you say my balance is fine. Why are you then sending me to a balance guy? I need to know this because I've been thinking about it a lot. See what he says. Put him on the spot.
Right, Denise? Yeah. Well,
that's what I said.
I just felt like he dismissed me, like I was lying or something. And because I haven't fallen since, I hadn't fallen since like October. But he doesn't realize the near falls. So I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh, Daisy D is saying she might need a knee replacement. Oh, well, wow. You know what? If you've already had a knee replacement, if you need them, get them done.
Garrett said it's the best thing he ever could have done.
I mean,
yeah, I guess he did have better things to do. I felt like I was a waste of his time or something. I don't know. I just didn't get a good vibe from him.
You're sounding so loud to me. I want to lower my volume, but then.
Am I loud today?
Yeah, it's like it's hitting my ears really hard. Lower it just a bit, just like one notch.
Do you want me to talk like this?
No, I don't. Not at all. I just wanted to it's like when, like there's certain hard consonants that go puh, or it's like it's coming out really loud. Like if I was wearing a headset, I would be like, ah. Oh no. So she's becoming bionic. I said, this is what I'm going to say. Look, you do what you want to do, but if you have insurance and they're going to help with you getting these things replaced, do it before you get older. And then that way you can enjoy your new bionic life and you'll have insurance, because our country is up in the air. We don't know what's going to happen next year. So, and when everybody says, oh, well, I'm good. You don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
Programs are getting cut, things are getting limited. They might say, "Oh, you're upright. You don't need a new joint."
Well, we had the big Ochsner health system here.
'Cause then,
And my husband asked me today if all my doctors were with Ochsner because they have a different insurance you could switch to, which has better perks if you use Ochsner doctors. However, my neurologist, my immunologist, and my endocrinologist are not Ochsner doctors, and I love them. So
then that's what's important to you. When I'm in Pennsylvania and I go to a doctor, it's like, remember I told you the first doctor, it's like I didn't not like her, but you're seeing a patient for the very first time and you just type stuff and then leave. It's like she didn't look in my eyes or ears or throat or listen to my heartbeat. I expect a physician to do a physical type of meeting.
mm-hmm.
Anyway, so when I got another doctor who did all that stuff.
Well, my endocrinologist I love her. She's usually so thorough, and she actually puts her hands on you and checks your heart and everything. However, this time she had a PA who did everything, and then when she came in, it was like, oh, okay, and she just left. Like her PA did everything, so it was like she came in and said, oh, okay, going.
The physician's assistant at my New Jersey clinic are very copious, thorough. They're more thorough than doctors. They ask me more, like different sorts of questions even.
Mm-hmm.
And anyway.
But I guess what I'm trying to say is the endocrinologist was so thorough. And I guess because the PA already did it, she didn't have to. So she was like, phew, in and out,
I mean, I would like them to at least say, "So how are you doing?"
Right.
Just so that they got the answer that everything's good or things.
Well, she did. She told me. She says you're doing great. She said she put you down for 4 months, but I'll put you down. I'm going to change it to 6 because you're doing good. Although my A1C went up, and it's probably because I didn't have my Ozempic from January to March. So,
how did your appetite change during that time?
It increased.
Okay. And did they like titrate you up on doses like as you were going
I just went up to 1 dose.
All right.
Because I also take pills for my diabetes.
Okay.
I had some lows, so she didn't want to increase it.
This is what I'm concerned about with these drugs. Like I see this woman who used to be, I don't know what she used to be. Maybe she was near 300 pounds, but she's now, no, she might have been 200 and change. And now she's 100 and change. But she's been on those injections for over 2 years. And she says, I'm almost at my goal. And she talks about protein snacks. And half the time she sounds like a commercial because she's sponsored by Element and these protein or these like healthy chews. And she goes, oh, I use this and I use that. And other people are buying it and using her code. So she's making money. So she can afford these like drugs.
Well, I can't have any of that stuff anyway. So
if I'm just saying, if I get denied from my insurance, like they say, like, okay, well, you're not, like your A1C is good now, you got to go off it. I'm just going to go back up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? So, and I'm going to tell you, since I've started these shots, I feel a little bit better overall because I'm not eating so much. And that was making me feel uptight too. You know what I mean? Like the fact that I was having stress urges to eat was, it was making me sad and depressed about me getting bigger, bigger, bigger. And now it's all like, I'm on the second level.
Yeah. Well, I'm excited because my A1C it went back up to 8. It was higher than that. And then I got it down and it went back up to 8. So then I went down to 6.8. Now, this week it was 7.1. So she didn't call me yet. I'm sure she'll call and chew me out and whatever. Because when it was the highest, like at 10 or something like that, my doctor threw my labs on my desk at work because he was he would take care of the patients where I work. And he goes, done, you can do better than that. I was like, okay. Like, damn,
Well,
you never
you know that I think there's other factors that play. It's not 100% diet, although diet is very important. And I know exercise is very important, but having muscle, a lot of people were on these drugs not eating at all. They were losing muscle like crazy. That's not good for you. But I think that because you were saying your inflammation is high, there's a lot of foods that affect people differently. Like some people can't have dairy ever, and some people can't have the nightshade vegetables ever.
Right.
And I mean, when one doctor who was talking about Ozempic diets was saying, you shouldn't have peanuts. I eat peanut butter. You
No, I
shouldn't
can't
have
have
dairy.
peanuts anymore.
I have dairy sometimes as my whole food for the day, and I'm like, oh.
You see, they have me on that low histamine elimination. So right now I'm working on the wheat and
Thanks,
the gluten,
Jennifer.
which I've been doing really well with that. So it also says no peanuts, no cashews. Those are higher in histamine. But of course, the tomato.
What about dairy?
The squash. I love those, and those are high histamine veggies.
The guy said I shouldn't have white potatoes. Guess what I planted yesterday? A whole plot.
I can have potatoes.
See, I can't. And if they said that potatoes are included, but yams were good, so we're going to grow yams. But now we're growing too many potatoes.
Yeah. Last night I had a really good supper. I grilled me some catfish, and then I grilled some broccoli, and I took a potato and sliced it, and I grilled those. It was good.
See, that sounds really good. That sounds like a lot of food for me in my current state of hunger.
Well, but I'm not saying I ate a lot. I was able to eat 2 times. Like I made a plate for today.
We had asparagus for supper yesterday that we grew, and that's all we had. And someone said, you didn't have any protein? I'm like, well, last night I did not have any protein. I had a piece of cheese during the day. Cheddar cheese.
Yeah. Well, I can't have aged. So it says don't eat any stinky cheeses.
This was very mild, but I get it. Yeah, there's and then you can't have the fermented stuff. And there's some doctors that say, oh, certain fermented things are really good for your gut biome.
Well, it's not the gut. It's not that. It has high histamine levels, which is my problem. My body is producing too much histamine.
Yeah, we have
I like the asparagus.
We had asparagus with butter and salt and pepper. And when Tony makes it, there's usually a pool of butter at the bottom of the plate. Only there was not.
That's how it's good. Oh, I can have butter.
I was really surprised because I said, I'm like, where's my butter sauce? And he goes, I used it. And I'm thinking, well, it was missing.
That's why when you said I had some butter with asparagus, and I said, oh, Tony cooked.
That day, there was so much butter in my bowl that I was like, it's like butter soup with some asparagus pieces. I was like, I would have never eaten that in the 70s and 80s because my mother never used butter. She was scared of fat because she had a gallbladder problem. Anyway.
When we grew up, it was Parquet. That's all my mom used. It's Parquet.
There was Country Crock and Promise Margarine. And when I was young, there was Parquet. Oh, and the Imperial margarine with the crown. Do you remember that?
Mm-hmm.
Now they don't even advertise. I don't think they used
to I don't think they advertise. It's still there, but they don't advertise like they did before.
Mm-hmm.
I think because they know most people use butter.
Well.
All right, precious.
When I started using almost exclusively olive oil and butter, for some reason, my cholesterol went way down.
Mm-hmm.
When I was not, I used to have way high cholesterol, and I think it's a body that produces it. Like some people could eat 100% non-cholesterol items and still have cholesterol. I think their body
Yeah.
wants to make more of it, the least, like less amount you eat. But there's the certain met, metabolically speaking, there's different particles that are more indicative, and it's not just the
Mhm.
HDLs. There's even smaller particles that they
Yeah.
should look at for heart health. But
Well,
anyway,
you know what I use Imperial for, Jennifer? My cookie recipe is a very old, and it calls for butter and margarine. So,
a lot of baking recipes for cookies did that, and they still do that because the butter makes it like kind of crispy, and the margarine makes it kind of chewy, and the combination makes it chewy crispy. But yeah, we need it for our brains, actually. Like if you don't eat enough fat, your brain is like, ah. Hi,
yeah, I
Debbie.
use olive oil a lot.
Did I say hi to Debbie? I know she was here before because she said she smoked a
I don't
lot.
know if
But
you did, but I did.
well, Debbie, you know.
Debbie, what you cooking today?
I was gonna say, what's for dinner?
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Olive oil
I'm not.
butter. That's good for spreading. Hi, hi, hi. She's eating hay. What are you making?
What's for dinner,
I didn't
Debbie?
plan, I didn't plan dinner, but the sad thing is, what we have here in this house is frozen pizza.
But a problem with me eating like this, I can't eat what they eat. And it's so expensive that I can't fix for them what I'm eating.
You
That
mean
makes sense.
well, I mean the main part of the food, like the catfish and like the broccoli, everybody can eat that. Everybody could have potatoes, broccoli, and catfish.
Right. But
Like if you're making special gluten-free cookies that cost like $10 a piece, you can't.
well, no, what I'm saying is like if I cook a stew for them, I can't have that. But it's what my mom used to call long gravies. It goes far.
Oh,
They can
because
eat them in 2 days. It's
because
not economical for the whole family to eat. I know. It's
if you want to eat healthy, it costs.
a
It
lot.
it used to cost like an extra 10, $20. Now it could be 50. You know,
Yeah.
sad. It's sad.
I mean,
People
I walked out of Target with a few gluten-free things, and the bag was this little, and it was like $40.
I was looking into getting some protein powders, and I found some old ones with chocolate, but I think I threw away all my plain ones. I thought I'm not going to do that again. But whey is derived from cow, and I use like the Fairlife milk has less carbs and has high protein. But
Mm-hmm.
it's not even a full half gallon. It's $5. That's a lot.
Debbie, she wants to know if he can ship his mom to you since you'll be free to babysit.
Wait, so are they both dealing with mothers? Maybe they could be
Yeah,
friends.
Debbie's mom is going to her sister's.
Maybe they could be friends in an apartment and you know do. Maybe it'll be mutual beneficial.
She can totally do it, Greg. Pack her
Totally.
up now.
That'll be fun. Greg will ship his mom. She's like, heck yeah.
I hope you ship in priority, Greg.
Did you remember? Did you ever see like there were stickers at the post office that said livestock, and then I thought you could send livestock in the mail, and then I read the list of what you could send, and they were saying like make sure there's air holes, and I'm like,
Yeah, I think you can do like little ducks, chicks, things like that.
I think turtles and
She's mean and cranky most of the time.
even when she's around strangers, I will. My grandmother was so. if stubborn, mean people live long, and she lived really long. She was the only person that lived the longest in my whole household on both sides. And she was the
My,
crankiest, meanest.
my
But,
mom's going to be 86 this year. She says she's too
wow.
mean. She says she's too mean to die.
I think that could be true. But I don't think your mom is, she's not mean to me, at least. That's good.
No. She can be stern, very stern.
I think that those antihistamines make you cranky. It's just a thought.
Well, I think she likes things the way they are. She's very OCD.
OCD.
And if you mess up something.
Okay. So the lady I was talking to about my meds said, "Are you impulsive?" And I go, "What do you mean? Like when I'm in the store and I grab the Tic Tacs?" And she's like, "No, I mean like, do you pull over on the side of the road and have sex?" And I'm like, "Well, that's so." I'm like, that was the example she gave.
Wow, that's real impulsive.
I guess it's impulsive, but like I think it's more of a priority for younger people.
Right.
To not wait for like being home and comfortable. Anyway.
Well,
no, that would never happen. Nuh-uh. Claudia's like, I like pies. I like chocolate and caramel ices. Ices, huh? I never saw caramel ices in my life. I still have some junk food around. I mean, but the other day I wanted chocolate. I had a mini bar, and I put the rest away. So when does that ever happen? It's the medicine. She's not listening.
gee.
Rent one of those Amish buggies and have sex in one of that. Yeah, well, like I'm saying, it sounds okay, but it ain't gonna happen.
Right. So I bought these. They're
What are
plastic.
these? Rice crackers? I knew it. I bought rice chips. Can you have those?
I guess.
Pop'ems are. Can you have corn
These are
chips?
just kind of
What about-
plasticky.
Can you have corn?
Can I have what?
Corn.
Yeah.
There's corn chips. No?
Yeah, I can have corn too. Hey, Maritza.
So, okay. My weakness is when I eat crappy is apple, cherry, peach pies with vanilla ice cream. Well, that sounds delicious, actually. It doesn't even sound all that bad. Can you make maybe you can make a crustless pie, kind of. That might be good.
Precious didn't even want
Well, just she doesn't have teeth. Corn products are inflammatory. I don't
it.
know.
Of course. You wanted it, didn't you?
Yeah, it sounds good. I think a crumble could be nice. Like I used to make apple crisps when we had like a lot of apples around. And I would make my topping with all the good stuff like brown sugar and butter, cinnamon, and
Oh,
oatmeal.
I'm not supposed to have cinnamon either.
Well, you don't have to use it then. You could just use salt, a pinch of salt and some brown sugar. Unless you can't.
Right, Claudette?
Can you have molasses? Because that's what they make brown sugar out of.
I don't know.
There's a very little part of the
honey.
corn kernel that has protein, and it's that little hard nub that's you ever eat corn on the cob, and there's that little inside piece. That's the protein part of the corn. It's not a lot, and it's mostly carbohydrate and fiber. Sorghum. I don't usually buy sorghum in the store. I wonder what it's in. Hi, Sonia. How are you?
Hey, Sonia.
That's so funny. That's great, Greg. Did you? I wish I had blackberry. What do you call the things that they grow on bushes, or I know they're like on runners. Those little.
Well, we used to pick blackberries all the time as a kid, and we'd bring them home, and they'd make those pies, and they would add like the jello into it with the fresh blackberries, and oh, it was so good.
Sounds delicious.
Bella, move.
It's going to be a surprise. We have a peach tree. So like the asparagus was a big surprise because when it started popping up like a week ago, we were like, "What? We're getting asparagus."
Wow. It must be early there, Sonia. I think you're like 2 hours ahead of us. It's 9 here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's 10 here. I hope
You know, the only way to eat these stupid crackers is with some kind of dip. They're like plastic.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could just return it saying this was inedible?
No, now I did buy one also that was like a cheese flavor, which I don't even know. I had it next to my desk and it's gone. So I have no idea where. Oh, here it is.
Can you have cheese? She can't have stinky cheese.
No, I can't have stick. This one is 4 cheese. It's dust that's on it.
One lady was reviewing, there's protein popcorn with cheese flavor, and she said she goes, that's the one that's okay. The one that was supposed to be like kettle corn is nasty. I'll have the doghouse on my channel in 2 weeks from now. Because next week is Dawn's. So most likely it'll be the 15th, right? Because it's the 1st. Or it'll be the 14th. Right?
Mm-hmm. Something like that.
Yeah. The next Thursday's Dawn and the Thursday after is mine. And all right, Claudette.
Says it's 4:20 there.
I keep thinking somebody's whoever's from Canada.
Claudette's from Canada.
That's what I thought.
Jane.
They can do that whenever they want. See.
Oh, the 15th is his birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Hey, Glenn.
Hi, Glenn. How are you?
We'll have to get Teresa to sing to you on that Friday. Or the Wednesday, Jeffrey, before. Scarlett is the Princess of Wales in the UK.
There's another Princess of Wales. Scarlett's birthday's the 9th. It's coming up.
Yeah, it's coming up.
My mom was born in May.
Garrett's birthday's next month. Him and Sean.
This year, everything is flying by so fast for me. Time flies when you're having fun, they say. I brought I brought a box with art supplies here just in case I got the urge to paint, and I didn't even go near it.
Oh,
because I was so
show you what I bought.
So tired. I didn't want to do it. I don't like that. I want to be able to do
this from my bin store.
Ooh, nice watercolors.
I think Chelsea can probably play with it. It's still sealed.
Your friend Suzy would like metallic watercolors.
Oh, okay.
Well, I mean, but I don't want to take away stuff from your daughter. I'll pay you. Just ship it.
No.
Reimburse you.
I'll send it to you.
I'll pay you back.
No.
I'm good for it.
What a big ass box going to you now.
Oh.
I didn't send it yet, but it's sitting on the floor.
You pay with I was gonna buy more metallic watercolors actually in different colors. And are you paying with acrylic? Okay.
That could be a show. What's in Susie's box?
That's not. We used to think that the word box meant it had like a double meaning. And
God, Susie.
what's in Susie's box? Well, you don't want to know. Anyway, you, the do you have an Ollie's near you, Sonia? Because they had a whole bunch of canvases for reasonable price, I thought, at Ollie's. So, like they had, I mean, big packs of them for pretty, I mean, like maybe, I don't even want to guess. I think it was less than $10. So, oh,
Yeah.
that's nice, Debbie. I like to see if you showed it on your channel. I'm really sorry. I got to go check it out. But I'm doing some mixed media. You only go to Michael's? Okay. Or you only have Michael's. Michael's can be good if you get a nice coupon going or a sale, but sometimes they're like the regular price is like, why would you want to pay regular price when half the time like selling stuff for like, they used to sell it for 40, 50% off. Now all those stores switched to 40% off. Did you notice that?
Mm-mm.
Well, when I was shopping for stuff around my wedding time, every other week or month, maybe, I don't know, Hobby Lobby stuff for 50% off a lot. And now they seem to run 40% off, unless it's out of season. And then
Well, now they'll do buy one, get one 50% off. That's what it was on the yarn this week at Michael's.
Oh, you have a Blix? I'm jealous of the people with the Blix. Oh, and you get a discount.
Oh, it's an art store.
There's a Blix in like 2 hours from where I live in Pennsylvania. And I mean, I can't ask Tony to stop on the way to Pennsylvania because we passed the area. Because like with 2 dogs in the car and, he drove the speed limit yesterday. And it took us so long to get home. It took like an extra hour. Oh my gosh, he usually speeds, I guess.
Tell him he can go 5 over.
I think that's what he was figuring. He was driving with the cars on the right side most of the time. And that's the bumpy side of the road. And I kept saying, driving the other lane. He goes, I'm driving the speed limit. I cannot. And I'm like,
poor baby.
And then Norton was going, and I'm like, I think he gets car sick. I don't know. He's just miserable.
You tried giving him like a Benadryl or something?
I have, and it doesn't do anything. He still makes the same noise. We stopped halfway.
As big as he is, he probably can use a couple Benadryl.
I gave him the I saw the amount of milligrams per pound, and I gave him the appropriate dose.
It depends. Interstate a lot of times is 70.
Not any of the roads I'm on. It's 65 most of the way, and 55.
Yeah. 55 to 70 depends. When I went to Texas, they had one road that was 75.
When I was driving to Virginia one time, but this was back in the day, they had a road that was 75, and I was like shocked. I was like, I can go 75? I don't ever drive 75.
Right. Oh, really, Glenn? Wow.
Oh, Glenn, how was that?
He went to the meetup.
Yeah, I know. It must have been fun.
He said Chris was there.
Did you get to, I mean, there's so many. Did you get to like actually see the people you wanted to see? I mean, I suppose your friends would say, I'm going to be at like the Holiday Inn, and you just know. See, the thing is, like when they let you go really fast, I heard that they're much, much more strict on the tickets.
Yeah.
Because, on a 55, if you're going 65, they might let it go. But if it's 65 and you're going like more than 9 miles over, they'll give you a ticket. So you got to pay attention. And we saw the same speed trap going the other way where he got the ticket, and he goes, I wonder if that's his name was Sage Moist or Moist. He said, and I'm like, that sounds like a bogus name. Sage Moist.
We got one trooper here
so
locally. He'll give his mama a ticket. He's so, That's awesome. What'd you get? A big old roll of bubble?
You won, what does it say? A grand
The
prize.
grand prize from American Bubble Boy.
That's awesome. That's fun.
Can always use that.
Well, right now I could give out a prize of, if you come to my house, you can have homegrown asparagus. Actually, we're using it up. I think we only have a few more weeks left of it.
You need to get you a vacuum packer.
Right. And then we could blanch it and then maybe put
because
it in.
that way when your stuff won't get freezer burn in the freezer.
I was reading the reviews of those things, and not all of them get reviews. So there's some that are reasonable prices. And then the original ones that came out are like $100 more on those ones. And I'm wondering, I don't know. I think you just got to get lucky that the person putting it together was like not sleeping. I mean, they're all probably in the same factory in Asia.
Mm-hmm. I like mine,
If the
but I
tariffs,
need to use it more than what I used to.
the tariffs go up, start yet? Because it make a
know.
difference. People
What I
are
used to do is like, I'd buy like the chunk cheese. So I would vacuum pack it, but leave excess. That way, every time you open it, you can re-vacuum it.
That's good. I just bought. Hi Jane.
Hey Jane.
I bought like some cheese that was already vacuum packed, and we didn't use it, so we froze it. And I saw some cheese packages that said don't freeze the cheese, and I'm like, people freeze cheese all the time.
Mm-hmm.
But like you said, if you don't wrap things up really well, I really should, because we're gonna freeze the strawberries.
I mean, you can get them pretty inexpensive.
Not the strawberries. That sounds like optimistic. I mean blueberries. There's 89 blueberry bushes. We should probably have more than we could use.
Do you have enough room in your freezer to lay them out on a cookie sheet, freeze them, then bag them?
I can make that happen.
That way they don't get all stuck together.
I can make that happen. As long as they're not like spoiled and they're really, really fresh, I don't think they'll do that. But, who knows?
But, if they get wet or...
For some reason, the chest freezer is starting to get that like frost on the side, like the chunky ice frost.
Yeah, don't leave it open too long at a time.
Well, I don't.
That's why I hate those freezers like that. Like my upright is not frost free. And if the kids, like Chelsea had went in one time to get a popsicle and she didn't close it all the way. So then that just made all the ice form really bad.
Well, I don't leave it open on purpose. It's like I just go in, look around, see if there's something we want to eat, and then I close it back up. But I don't dwell on it. I just sort of.
But they eventually, unless it's a frost-free one, but see, Jane says that's how she does her raspberries.
Okay, I could do that. Although if I want to freeze like bags and bags and bags, it's going to be a process. I bet a lot of them are just going to be frozen in a clump. Because at some point it's going to be like, we have 89 blueberry bushes, and I bet they're going to come ripe like within 2 weeks of each other. Yeah. It's going to be a lot of picking.
But I mean, I don't think you need to freeze them like, hour freezing. As long as they get firm, then you can put them in there.
I heard that the lady before me used to freeze them. I was kind of hoping she was going to leave some so we could try. But we did pick like 2 gallon bags worth last year.
Mm-hmm. So
they produced, and then the next time we had gone back to Pennsylvania, there wasn't one blueberry to eat. So it's like the end of July. I could make jam. I could try. It'll have a little dog hair, probably.
If you eat it, doesn't matter.
When I paint, I'm always like picking the hairs off the paintbrush. Paint. I'm like, I live in a constant state of like fibers flying around in my. I should probably wear like a hazmat suit and a heavy duty filter.
Drive safe, Jennifer.
Yeah,
You
drive.
know, you can spin your own yarn out of dog hair. I'm just telling you.
I'm just saying I don't have any interest in that.
You might can make money off of that, Suzy.
You know, there was one time when I was like brushing Norton a lot and a lot was coming off. And I thought, this is nice soft fur. Because it was all the other fur that was coming off. But I mean, honestly, unless it was worth like $1,000 a bag.
I don't know. I don't know what it's worth, but they have people who use dog fur to make yarn.
There's people that make money off of everything, like spike balls that were in the backyard. People make money off these things. People make money off saving toilet paper tubes. People make money off of this. I never figured out how to really process stuff to make money, but I heard that actually, if you live near some kind of a forest that has very long pine needles, if you can gather up bags of those, people pay a lot of money for the long pine needles because they like to weave with them. They do fiber arts with those. And somebody was saying, I go to the park near, like the woods near where I live, and collect, and I sell them for big, big money.
Dang.
And one guy was doing bare root tree stuff, and he goes, I practically make $2,000 an hour when you factor in the amount of time it takes to grow the seedlings to like me like picking them and sending them off. And I'm like, that's a good return on your money,
right?
Because doing these online auctions netted me, I told you, like 15 cents an hour. So
yeah, well, you got it. It's about right.
15 cents. My husband said I'd make more money in jail. I was like, maybe.
Yeah, well, it's fun. Something to do.
It was. Look, I did it until I understand to do it. It was just, like I said, I don't mind the auctions and I don't mind selling and I love sourcing. It was the invoicing and packing and weighing and measuring and then typing out the labels because my eyes are not good and my fingers don't work right. It's like, ugh. It was like, oh gosh. I think if I did a bigger return sort of item and once in a while, like I used to have people that would contact me in Messenger and buy a lot at one time, it was worth it. But
let me show you.
That was really worth it. We're getting rain for a week in New Jersey and Pennsylvania. I bet Greg's gonna get it too. It's like going across. That other day when we had those 60 when they predicted,
I made a sale on eBay today.
Our whole bird feeder blew off. Nice. What was that?
A paperweight, a glass paperweight.
Awesome. That's really fun. Oh, it's beautiful. Really beautiful. And you could see the signature good. So you could.
Yes, you can.
So nice. Very nice.
So I was asking at 125. They offered me 100. So I took it. I hope she saw the last picture. There is a little bitty scratch, and I have it pointed out. So it's not bad, but but I mean, it's old.
So tell us, what did you pay?
I think maybe 5.
5 is a lot for you.
3 to 5. Yeah, that is a lot for me.
I'm impressed. See,
3 is a lot. 5 is a lot.
I'm impressed though. You see it like.
Now I've had it listed for probably about a year.
Yeah, that's another problem.
I was thinking about putting it in my booth for like 25.
So good thing you didn't.
Right. So But it
I'm
is very pretty.
I'm going to do a yard sale next weekend. My first yard sale ever in the history of my life.
Nice.
I don't know. I'm scared because I don't have everything ready. This is going to be a hard week. And my back was hurting so much this morning. I yelled out loud, like, oh my, ow. And I had to take a leave and everything. And that Aleve helps a lot better than Tylenol. I'll tell you that much. She hates
Me
pain.
too, Jennifer. That's right. Jane, let them have it.
Wow. I mean,
Jennifer, I hate paying over a
things,
quarter sometimes.
I want to say, I wish I could find things for $3.
Well, you can't anymore. My quarter store that I used to buy my glass at, Ida took it out. So.
Oh, okay. What
the hell? First garage sale ever?
Really? Yeah. We probably should have it in the garage. So in case, like, it's 2 days, we could just put the doors down and then
yeah, you don't have to pick up and stuff.
But we have the 2 cars. Well, we could park the cars outside, I guess.
I was supposed to do one at my shop where I have all my stuff at, but I might have one here where we're staying. That way I could just pull out the stuff out the garage. And
we should go through the garage and see if there's stuff like we have doubles or triples of. And then, I don't know. Yeah, my first yard sale ever. I once gave a couple things to my neighbor who was having a yard sale, and I go, if you can sell it, you can keep the money. But she handed me $1. She said, I got $1 for it. You can have it. I'm like, oh, gee, thanks. Okay.
Yeah. I think so, because I could just, do it right here on the carport. So if it's not going to rain, maybe next weekend I'll try. It's not going
next weekend's when I'm going to have mine, so it'll be good. Maybe it's good mojo.
Maybe. I try to hold it close to the first of the month because a lot of people get paid the beginning of the month.
I didn't even think of that, but with Social Security, don't you get, people with different initials get paid on different days of the week?
Some people get like the first, the third.
We went, Social Security was going by like Thursdays or Wednesdays, and it was saying like, if you're, these initials get it the first Wednesday, these get, or something. Anyway, but I guess there's different kinds of benefits that come on to first. Maybe pension checks.
First one she's having, Jennifer.
It's the first one I am hosting. I have been to lots of yard sales. As a matter of fact, I'm now regretting that I said yes, because I'd rather shop at the local ones than actually sell stuff. So, hi, Purple.
Hey, Purple.
Yeah, I'd much rather shop. I'm going to have to tell my husband to to not give everything away. I bet he'll tell people, you can have everything on that table for $10. And, just to get rid of it. Which, there was the guy down the road. Everything was so expensive. He was selling stuff for $45, $65, $100.
Yeah, but his was more crafty things, though, right?
No, his was all antique-y kind of things. But he had a lot of rusted things and antiques. Like, he looked like he had an antique booth in his garage.
Uh-huh.
But everything was really overpriced, if you ask me. I mean, you get as like you and I shop a lot for stuff, but there's this huge antique mall in my area, and you get a feeling for like what things cost. He seemed high. He seemed like he was in that store.
Mm-hmm.
And he's telling me I'm too cheap, and I'm like, that's the point of a yard sale,
right?
Things for like that you could flip. I mean, I know that there's some stuff I'll probably ask too much for, because I know it's like, I have like a vintage Hoosier vase, and I know it's probably only worth $5, but
hey, Elizabeth.
Hi, Elizabeth. Yeah, it's true.
No, they're not, because everybody goes on eBay and they go, well, is this on eBay? I said, but you're not on eBay.
Right.
And they look at what people listen for. They're
Just
not looking at what they sold for.
Exactly. Right. And they also, I mean, I think like, the reason why I might put things for like $12 is because I think everybody's going to ask for stuff for less. So if it's listed at 12 and they go, will you do 10? I'd be like, yeah, because 10 is what I really wanted. I don't know. Unless they just think, oh, well, $12 is so much money. You're like overpriced.
There was a guy who left a note. He put everything out and he left a note and he said, pay what you want. He said the things he thought would sell for more sold for less, and the things he thought would sell for less sold for more.
Well, I mean, there are things that I know people would probably want to give me like a quarter for. And then some people be like, well, I don't want to leave a quarter. I'll just leave $1. But there's people that are going to say, I'm going to give you a penny.
Right. I was just thinking about putting everything for $1. So if you got a set of 6 glasses, that's $6. So it sounds better that way than if you just say $6.
Now, would you even try to sell one saucer? I mean, could you really sell a saucer, an old one with a little print?
Because some people will buy them to put under their plants.
I forgot that, you have a point. I've been looking for plant saucers.
A soap dish.
I think I have a new plant saucer.
There you go.
I didn't even think of it. I mean, I put some on soup bowls.
I had some clear glass little saucer dishes, and I had them in the garbage when we were moving, and Sabrina picked them up, and she has them as soap dishes in her bathroom. They adorable.
What did she put for soap dish? Like,
it was these little clear glass saucers, but they had like little pointy ends on them.
Oh, cute.
And she made soap dishes out of them, and they look adorable.
Purple. See, the thing about having a $1 table and a $5 table, I don't have enough tables to have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I mean, I have like 2 tables that I could put out, probably. I really should clear off this table and bring it, but I don't want to schlep it back and forth. I don't know. We might only have 2 tables.
Well, around here, there's always people who will come and say, hey, I'll take everything if you know.
Well, I have, what are those things? Tarps. I have a tarp. I can put down tarps on the grass or something. Yeah, the Goodwill near where I live in PA, it's the littlest price that you could possibly pay is $2. I mean, no matter what.
Right.
But I have seen them put things in a bag, and then if it's the color tag, like there's one day a week that they'll put that color tag for $2. Right. So you might could get a whole bag of stuff.
Oh, we don't have that. We just have the colors.
That might be ornament.
Our Goodwill went down on prices.
I haven't been to the one in New Jersey.
It's amazing. I think maybe people were complaining too much. I don't know. Or maybe people quit buying stuff.
Well, I think that there's been a lot of bad press about Goodwill. People really, on Facebook, there's like, I hate Goodwill. And there's thrifter groups that bash them. And I know that the people who work behind the scenes are on those websites reading.
Mm-hmm.
And if they just said, and people will like, Goodwill shaming, and they'll say, can you believe this empty Snapple bottle was $3? And then you think like, it'll actually say, they'll have, back when everything was $1 at Dollar Tree, they always put those things for $4. And people
always, they still do.
And then they would have tags on an object, and it would say $6, and they're selling it for $12. And I'm like, you're doubling the price of a discounted thing.
Right.
It's crazy. I mean, I understand that some of the people that tag are just following like a general rule. But I mean, if you're taking a Walmart discounted tank top that was.
No, I don't think Goodwill is nonprofit.
They claimed to be a charity because
They help like the
they
special needs.
they have some special needs people working there, but I heard they don't pay them the proper minimum wage. So they're getting, but those people have to be supervised who they have. And the ones, and I've only seen that at the New Jersey one, they have a work detail where they're trying to have
It
people who,
actually says yes, Goodwill is a nonprofit organization.
well, they're making a lot of profits. The people that were doing the main, like, when they started setting up the online auction sites, those people were making over 100,000 a year.
Oh,
And
it
look,
says it's structured to operate for the public good, providing job training, career development, other employment services. Revenue generated from the stores is donated, and donations is reinvested back in the program and services.
they say, look,
They say.
I
They say.
understand it is expensive in like a place like New Jersey to rent a storefront, pay for electricity and insurance, need to have, and then they have to pay some salaries. It's expensive.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, the people that were working there, I heard, were not getting hardly any money at all. Like those special need people, the regular employees were making probably a dollar or two above minimum.
Yeah. Well, ours has some special needs people there. You like just to look at them, you wouldn't think, but when you get to talking to them and stuff, you can tell.
There was one guy who kept coming out from the back and he kept saying to me, "Hi, I'm Danny." And then he would say, "Let me know if you need anything." And then he would like go in the back, so he wouldn't really help anybody. And then he'd come back over and he'd say, "Hi, I'm Danny." And then by the third time I go, "Hi, Danny." Because I said, and I kind of spoiled his whole, like, way I think I ruined him because he was about to say, "Hi, I'm Danny." And I already knew his name. And I was like, "You told me your name 3 times today, so I know it. Hi, Danny." So there was somebody in the back of the one in New Jersey that would scream out loud, like, "Ah!" Like every few minutes, if not, no, but probably every minute.
Mm-hmm.
And but he sounded like he was being tortured. So I was like, "Is everything okay in the back?" And they go, "Oh, yeah, everything's okay."
My little
Like,
brother,
that's
he
hard.
was very low functioning Down syndrome.
Uh-huh.
And he went to work. He worked at a place that they did packets for like beer companies and stuff with the fork and the knife and the thing that certain ones help with the sign, certain ones help put the packages together. So
Well, yeah, I know. There was a guy with cerebral palsy that used to go to a job. I don't know what he did, but he was like a low functioning cerebral palsy guy. So I think he left to go there just to get out of the nursing home. But he always said he had a good time. And I'm like, well, that's good. That's all you need. If you like it, I'm glad you had a time.
Yeah. And it gives them a sense of pride, I guess, that they can
Purpose and
purpose.
structure is good. And yeah, and just to see different people is nice. A lot of younger people who have issues and they're in a nursing home. I mean, let's face it, like the population is usually 70s, 80s, 90s, maybe 100. And when you get somebody who's like 50, they're kind of out of place. We had a woman who was she was like around 40, and she had a stroke and she could hardly talk. She got a machine at some point that could talk for her, but she told me like she liked to read books, and they snuck in a bird for her to keep, like a little finch, and it was against the rules. But anyway, it kept having eggs, and then I don't know. I think it passed away, and someone got her another one. uh, she enjoyed going to certain programs that I was doing there. And I liked that she came, but like she had special needs. Like she needed to have like, people help her do her daily living tasks and things
Yeah.
to do just to go to the bathroom. She needed like two people to help her. And if they
Right.
wouldn't do that before the programs I was running, she would be really sad. And so I would tell the staff on her floor, can you have her ready for me? You know? And they thought I was being like pushy. And I'm thinking, the state requires that people that are alert go to programs if they want to go. And if you're not complying, I'm not rushing you. I'm just saying there are certain people that are not going to come and they should go
Mm-hmm.
after her. Like that's all.
Yeah.
Because I'm working on a time schedule. And then at some point they chilled out, but in the beginning it was
Yeah.
hard to get them to coordinate with me.
Yeah. My little brother went, and I mean, he did well. Now he had a one-on-one staff with him, but
That's good. Hi, Perla. How are
hey,
you?
Perla.
Perla. Good morning. Oh, I have to go out today. At some
Do you?
point, I have to pay. Yeah, I have to go to the town hall and I have to go to the supermarket. I'm really supposed to be here packing and finding things to sell.
Aha.
Uh-huh.
So you're gonna bring stuff back to Pennsylvania to sell at your garage sale?
Uh, yeah, and the reason why I got approval was it's getting it out of the basement. So
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, so you're not gonna you can like have a garage sale there too in Jersey and then one in Pennsylvania.
the people that had the garage sales next door had very nice merchandise, and I asked them how much they made, and she said, she one day she said I made $15, and one day she said I made 30. It seemed like I had really, really nice stuff out there, and
Mm-hmm.
people were not giving her any money. Now, I had a friend who lived in a whole different town, and she would make like 300, 400, 600. She made a lot of money on her yard sale. So
Right.
my town here is not good for yard sales for some reason. People want everything for free or near free.
Pennsylvania, Jennifer.
Yeah, the problem with where I live in Pennsylvania is it's probably 70% Amish, so they're not gonna they want everything for 50 cents and a dollar or less. Trust me. So I don't know if I have enough stuff that like they would want.
Mm-hmm.
But we'll see. I mean, and if it means that if I have anything good that's left over, I'll advert maybe I'll put a notice in like marketplace that I'm going to be selling Halloween stuff because the people in my area don't do Halloween, but the
Right.
people in the next town do. The people downtown in my town do. So if I advertise I'm selling Halloween stuff, maybe they'll come. I know reselling, like that woman who had a Facebook page on Halloween stuff. She made a lot of money. Hi, Wendy.
Wendy.
Wendy. Oh, good. Congratulations. That's good.
Oh, awesome, Wendy. It's good to have you back.
So when I see something by the chat and it says share your referral link and there's a dollar sign, what does that mean?
Means if somebody signs up to StreamYard using your link, you get a couple pennies.
Ah, I thought it meant like I could send them to my PayPal.
The only problem with doing that is when you're on the phone doing your live, it gets in the way of your chat. Because remember when I was on the phone when my lights went out and stuff or whatever had happened, I forget. And I hit it because I was trying to get to the chat, but it gets in the way.
Oh, I don't. Okay. Yeah, I put the chat on my cell phone, and the picture of you is up there. So if I'm looking down, I'm reading the chat. But she's far from being back, she said. Well, you do as much as you can, and people like it's nice to interact with your friends, and that's why we're here in a way.
That's awesome, Wendy.
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a chat going where people could see the people they like and even say hi to them, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because I think people really become friends just saying hi to people.
Right.
Sometimes you find people that are a lot like you, have
And I think
interest.
I put, let me look on here. I think your referral link is in the description.
Well, you could put yours.
No, I put yours.
No, I don't need it.
Yeah.
Oh,
it says new to streaming or looking to level up. Check out the StreamYard. Get $10 discount. So they get, and then you get something.
I'm
so
not.
I click the button that it automatically puts it in your description. So whenever I do either one.
But do yours because you make you pay for StreamYard and I don't. Well, I just get money. They're not going to send it to my house.
Hey, Angie.
Hi, Angie. How are you?
Angie, I got to get a bird feeder like that. She's got the clear one that sticks to your window.
Oh, that sounds cute.
You should have seen the cardinal. It looked like it was just like in her house almost.
We have screens on, except for a big picture window, and it's too high we can't get at it. So
look what I got.
I'd like to get that.
Teresa, if you're watching. Thank you, baby.
I don't have my settings on because it stays on vibrate. I don't know why.
I'm not going to say anything. It's up to Jennifer to say.
What?
Enjoy. Did you get the sugar-free one?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what does the setting thing look like on iPhones? Oh, here.
I don't know what she's talking about.
His
It stays on vibrate.
ringtone alert.
Okay. All right.
Okay.
All right. Thanks.
All right, honey. Thank you.
I couldn't find out where it was.
Appreciate you.
Looks like a widget.
Yeah, he's got an iPhone for his work phone, and he says it's constantly on vibrate. He didn't know how to take it off.
Oh. The settings looks like a gear. And I think it on this phone it goes from down, top down. iPhone, I think it's.
I can't work an iPhone. Oh my God. It's like I wanted to look at Angie's thing.
My husband uses like Chrome stuff on his computer as an iPhone, and I use an iPad and a Mac, and I have a non-Apple phone. So we're doing the flip-flop, but I really should have gotten an Apple product just to be consistent. And Android, like the Android, yeah. I mean, I like the photography on my Android, but I really like the Apple format because I'm used to it.
Angie, did you do those as shorts?
I want to tell you something.
Tell me.
I just figured out how to listen to my voicemail like a couple days ago.
Wait, look.
I only had the phone like 2 years ago.
Wait, look. So you could see it.
Oh. So that's your video. I kept seeing that on the thumbnail. And it said there's a beautiful cardinal.
Yeah, so that was Angie's. Look how clear.
That's really cool.
Isn't that cool?
You know, we had
one of those. I think I'm gonna put it on my office window.
In Pennsylvania, we had the Baltimore Orioles, not the baseball team, the actual birds. The Baltimore Orioles orange, and we had a yellow, which might have been the lady one. So beautiful. These birds, so beautiful. And this tern, no, swallow, had a blue back. It was beautiful. It had a white belly and a blue back, and it actually stood still for a minute because they're usually flying around. Beautiful.
Oh wow, you paid $5 for it at an auction from Nana Tink. Wow,
Oh,
that's
nice.
awesome.
You have
I
Google.
think we just have screens on the bottom part of our windows, like just the part that raises, so I could put it right above that.
Well, the thing about those things, I guess, is that you have to be able to fill it. So it has to be in a convenient height to where you could reach. Right. So it's just, I don't think that would work for us unless we take a screen out of our window, like in the living room, and put it there. And we only take the screen out in the winter because in the summer we want to be able to have like a breeze.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because the bugs.
Yeah, I've
bugs.
never had an iPhone, y'all. I've always had a Android, so.
The birds I'm seeing out there are really cool because we don't see birds like that here. So that's kind of nice. It's one of the nice parts, not just the view, the animals. All those birds were feeding. those bluebirds that eat those like worms, the mealworms. Wow. That stuff's really expensive. They eat better.
Cool. Yeah.
I'm looking for bargains and they're getting like top dollar worms. When Tony opened the bag the other day, he goes, I'm not going to lie. It smelled delicious. I'm like,
of what? Bird feed?
The mealworms.
Oh, gross. Marie used to buy those for her lizard. That stuff stunk.
Well, he said the ones, he bought dehydrated ones and he said it smelled good.
Yeah, she had dehydrated ones too. That crap smelled horrible.
Well, he said it smelled like.
Well, his snout must be broken.
I know, maybe, but he said it smelled like cereal or something. He said it smelled good.
Oh my God.
He said, I don't know if he said like corn, something like corn cereal, like corn flakes. He just said
oh my God.
Well, maybe different brands come with different smells, but.
Mm-mm.
Yeah,
but I'd only be able to put it off of my porch because all my other, y'all saw how high my house is. I wouldn't be able to reach them. The other window.
And you wanted to climb a ladder to put a cup of seeds in.
No, I don't. Because I'd fall and break my butt.
Yeah, I was thinking that. Because, you're not at risk for falls, right?
No, I'm not. So since I'm not,
So you could climb.
Yeah. I'm just so mad. I think I need to tell him what I'm feeling.
I told you that the first thing during our chit chat today. I said I think you need to clear the air. And
I'm going to tell the other guy that he sent me to how I feel, and I know he's going to go run and tell him.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I would just when you get to be a certain age, and I don't know if it's hormonal, but I feel like you should be able to say things. I say more things than I would have ever said when I was younger because, I might sit and think about it. And if I spend a lot of time dwelling, I feel like sometimes I should just say something because it's like, look, I understand you're doing a job. I understand you're like preoccupied. I understand you're grumpy too, but I felt like you were dismissive and condescending. And I don't like to be spoken to like that. And I don't think your other patients do either. So maybe it's not a good job for you to be around the public, mister. No.
He was a young guy. And I just felt like, he goes, well, you scored okay for people your age.
That's what I said.
What, like old people? Is that what you're trying to say? And he went,
I just found stuff in a bag that I was going to use.
You found something in a bag?
Yeah. Oh, I found somebody bought stuff from me and never paid me. And I have all of it in this bag. A bracelet.
you know, you have a lot of jewelry in that box I'm sending you.
Look at this.
It was stuff you sent me that wasn't supposed to be sent that I got.
I was feeling so weird that day. Like I was like, I'm just gonna get rid of stuff. And I'm like, I sent you lots of box. I gave away stuff to.
I know she sent me stuff like
cute.
jewelry and stuff, and I'm like, Suzy,
Isn't
that
this,
was sterling, honey.
this is pretty?
Oh, that's pretty. I like that.
What's in here? Another pretty thing. Oh, it's like a sandal. I mean, not a sandal. Well, maybe. It's like a high heel.
Oh, cute.
And there's yet another one. Oh, look at this boot.
Jane wants to know, is it signed?
These
Those
things?
are adorable.
Yeah, they were signed Betsy Johnson. But I'm not sure if they're the real Betsy Johnson or the Chinese fake Betsy Johnsons. This thing was called Da Vinci. Da Vinci. I don't know if Da Vinci is a thing. I'm not familiar with the brand name Da Vinci.
I don't know. That's almost the brand of the thing.
Oh, Da Vinci. That's
Cowboy stuff is hot, especially the cowboy. I mean,
well, maybe I'll. I mean, I don't know. What did you say?
I said especially the cowboy.
This is what's weird. I went to a rodeo, so now I can say it's not my first rodeo when I go back. And they kept saying, they were
Girl,
saying,
if you waiting for Suzy to list it, we all gonna be old and gray.
I used to list stuff on Poshmark. But anyway, he kept calling it, I'm glad to live in a country where we could live our cowboy lifestyle. And I kept thinking, speak for yourself, buddy. This is the most cowboy I've ever done in my life, pretty much. I did go to a dude ranch when I was a kid, but it wasn't my idea. I liked it. I had a good time. But I'm just saying, we're not really dudes, you know? We were city kids being stuck on trail horses that basically spelled each other's butts and ate grass off the side of the trail. And what did she say? No wonder she's. Oh, I'm not selling. This I sold at an auction, and I think I sold most of these things for pretty cheap, honestly, like $5 for the.
I know you had
boots.
sent me a bunch of Betty
Each.
Johnson stuff.
I did because I got tired of, pre-COVID, I was selling those things for like $20, $12, $8, and then during COVID, all of a sudden, I mean, people didn't want to pay more than $5, and it was getting sad. I mean, when you're used to selling things, at least for what you paid for, getting your money back. I wasn't even making my money back. I was like, at some point, I was trying to break even to just get my money back.
I know some stuff I had recently bought. I'm just gonna let it go for what I paid for it.
It's, what do they call it? Cut your losses, kind of. I mean, I feel like in all the time I was selling, I probably just broke even. So it was, it is what it is. I can't really. I'm tidying up my desk while I talk to you guys.
Oh, I was looking for something to put this on top of because
I found another fan. I could bring that.
Dripping everywhere.
Well, I can bring these jewelry things. I don't know, but I feel like if I put out like that bracelet, even though it has the little thing, people are going to want it for $1, but maybe I should just get $1. I think the things that say Betsy Johnson, I would like to get. Okay, a little stone fell out of one. If I got $1 for it, I'd probably be. No, wait, there's the stone in it. It was just the color of gold. Oh, I think.
You might could get more off of lot them up together and get more in marketplace for them.
You have a point. You have a point. I mean, I could maybe put all this jewelry in one bag and say $10 and be happy I got $10.
Yep, there you go. And put on there Betsy Johnson, you know.
I think the cowboy thing will sell for more.
Mm-hmm.
I had family cis parents where I want to go, trying to get my adult children to come. Are you talking about moving?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's shoveling every day. Mm. Yeah, it's not easy. Well, it's 11 o'clock. You're moving. What? Are you moving closer to the middle of Canada? Over the Rockies? Is that where you're
Ain't
going?
you said to BK?
What? Claudette's writing.
Yeah.
She back-
BC. British Columbia.
Oh, that's out west. Well,
BK, that would be Burger King.
I hope
No.
your Paul does well. He's doing better, but he has lung disease. Wow, 6-hour drive.
Oh, y'all, please keep Ray in y'all prayers because he's having a tough time.
Somebody
As soon
that
as
was
Go ahead.
anyway. You know, my friend's brother-in-law, who I knew very well, passed away last week.
Oh, really? Sorry.
Yeah, and
He,
it was sad.
yeah. As soon as they give him blood transfusion, his blood levels drop. So he's trying to hold it together until I think I don't know, sometime in the middle of May, I think he's going to have his surgery.
Did he have the next chemo that he was supposed to have?
Yeah, they did it.
And he probably
But
feels
it just causes his blood levels. They gave him 2 pints of blood the other night. They had to go to the ER.
Marty, come on. How much do you think I should sell a stone egg for?
A what?
Like if I bring stone eggs, how much do you think they would sell for?
At a garage sale?
Yeah.
I wouldn't think you can get more than 5. If you
For
list
one?
her, get much more.
Really? I was thinking like they were selling lots of eggs, like a lot of eggs for like $25, but if I could get $25 back for I probably paid more than 20. I would just be like, all right. Or now that I know I have the stone eggs, if I had something that looked like a nest, I would just put them in. You know how they have hens on nests or just some kind of nest? That would be nice.
Yes.
It would be nice.
That would be pretty if you got your pretty little basket and put it in like your kitchen on a window or somewhere, as decor. That would be pretty.
It would be. Well, I'll have spare
Sold all
things.
of mine.
I'll try to sell them. Try. I will. My Norton is here, by the way. He was upstairs because his daddy went to the toilet. That's why. He doesn't care about me.
Well, I'm sure Tony will be happy that you shared that.
Oh, who cares? He wouldn't care. I'm not saying he's like, oh, he's stinking up the joint. He's just human.
Where's Norton?
He's waiting for Tony to come out of the bathroom. Norton's a trader. He hangs out when Tony's not around.
Mine are too.
Hi, Norton. You're a trader. You know that? You're supposed to be my dog. Because Roxy was a trader and went to Tony too. Now they both go to Tony because Norton says, well, if Roxy's with Tony, I'm going to be with Tony.
Well, mine, they follow me everywhere. It's like I'm excited when Garrett comes home because, look, last night, you can't eat with them. So I closed the hallway door and I went sit on my bed and eat so that I didn't have to constantly share with them.
I think that eating in a room without dogs is probably desirable. Yeah. because
Oh, I mean, it was like
it just
it was
stare
like
at you.
I felt like I was at a 5-star restaurant because I can just sit there and relax and eat my food.
That's nice, though.
Isn't that terrible?
I don't think that that's terrible at all. I think that that's desirable. I thought if I could have if I could have a dining room in that room that you could shut the dogs. Sometimes we do that, actually. We would, if we're eating food and we want to have peace and quiet, we tell the dogs to go in that other room and sit. And if they stay there, it's like we could have some peace while we eat. Because they're like, Roxy's like nudging your arm. If you're drinking and she's nudging you, you'll spill. When I'm painting, she's nudging me. It's like
Garrett, when we got a watermelon, my sister-in-law sent over a watermelon. And so he cuts it all up and puts it in a Ziploc bag. So I was sitting there. So Bella puts her head on my leg and she goes, I'm like, I see you. You don't have to like, not growling, but she's just making a noise.
I understand the noise. The dogs make those noises.
And I'm like, really? And then you got to give Precious a teeny little piece because if not, she'll spit it out. And then, Bella doesn't turn anything down.
Well, I try to eat first and never share before you're done food. Because I used to see people eating and passing, eating and passing, eating and passing. And you're not the only one. I'm sure that like half of the dog owners do that. Because, some dog owners don't even put the dogs in the house. But anyway, my sister-in-law used to do that. I think that's how she dieted. I think she'd eat she'd decide to have like 3/4 of her bagel and give the dog like 1/4 of the bagel or half.
Right. I think I had a chicken breast the other night. And maybe if I got half of it, I got plenty, All
right. I'm going to just adjust the staff for a second. Not the staff. Listen to me. Forget it. Never mind. Why? I don't even know what the hell I'm saying. This drug made me so groggy. I can't even talk. Oh, forget it. It's embarrassing. Anyway, I was cleaning up my desk and I don't even know what I was putting the garbage in.
I don't know.
All right. It's time for me to, I don't know. I can't have that much caffeine. I don't think it's going to help. My brain's just not working. I'm going to tell that woman I'm not taking those drugs again. I know that she said you get used to it. I don't want to get used to something that makes me feel like that.
My mom takes that 3 times a day, girl.
Well, but maybe if she didn't take it, she'd be like so alert. And I don't know. I'm just saying, like, if you
without it, she can't stand to be in her own skin.
Well, then good. I'm glad it's helping her. And maybe I'm just not reacting right. But
it may not be the drug for you.
Right. That's what I'm thinking. I don't want to, like, I remember, I'm just being honest. I was on SSRIs for, a while. And I felt like they stopped working. Like your body gets used to something and then it stops. But I remember initially when I took it, I felt like I was so out of things. Like I felt like there was like a bell jar on my head. And in a way, I didn't mind it because I was so stressed out and I hated what was going on in my life. So I thought like, well, I could just sit here in like kind of a fog. Mm-hmm. But it took me like a month before I felt like I could go back out into the world and like go to the store and go to the dog park and go visit people. Oh, Jane,
you want to know what drug is it?
I took an antihistamine that's supposed to be for sleeping and anti-anxiety. And I took
it's great for itching.
Well, that's, I understand if like you're post-surgery, they give it to you so you could like, not swell up or not have a reaction and then like go to sleep. So I get it. What was it called?
I gave it to my mom for anxiety.
Hydroxyzine or something. Is that what it is called? I think the therapeutic dose is somewhere between 25 and 50. And she gave me 10 milligrams and it's 2 days later and I'm still feeling it. So I don't understand.
Maybe she could have gave you something less.
Well, I mean, it's just making me feel groggy. And yesterday I'm like in the car, I'm in the chair, and I kept feeling my head like go down. And I was like, I'm not like that. I mean, it's making me feel like I have narcolepsy. hydroxyzine or something.
Yeah, it's visceral is what it is.
All right. Well, oh, man, if the sleepiness really was just during the night when I needed it to be, at first I felt kind of like awake, wide awake and agitated. Like I felt like I got to run around the house, and I went and painted. I went downstairs at like midnight and started painting. And then the next day I couldn't paint at all because I was so out of it.
Right.
I was like, ugh.
Yeah.
I mean, I
think
watched
my mom takes 25 milligrams.
I wanted to watch some painting videos, but I felt like I didn't want to do it. Anyway, I just feel like I don't feel like myself. I don't want to not feel like myself, you know?
Well, you know what?
If I felt good
Try it
myself.
one more time until you can't stay awake on it.
But yeah,
Until
but it
it
doesn't really
carries over to the next day.
it didn't really help me at night, which is a sad thing. They can do home sleep. Maybe I heard that they could do a home sleep study. I am so wondering what that is. I don't want someone watching me from like an iPad the whole night.
Yeah, I had a sleep study done. In fact, my neurologist wants me to do another one. I can't wear the CPAP
It hurts
because
you.
of trigeminal neuralgia. So he goes, well, there's other things now that they have. And I'm
They have
thinking,
something that people get embedded in their skin, and Tony's like, you have to have a surgery? I mean, what
I
are
don't
they
think it's anything
you?
major. I don't know how that all works, but it's very expensive and I can't afford that.
They were going to recommend me to go get a sleeping study. And I'm thinking, if someone's going to be strapping me to like
You got all kind of crap in your head,
right
around your chest. It's like
I'm
you can't sleep anyway.
I'm going to say that. I'm going to be like, they better let me do my paint. I'll be painting all night. They can watch me. They can watch me with my iPad out and paint. And then they'll say, well, that's not good sleep hygiene. And I'm like, well, I don't think wearing 20,000 wires is good sleep hygiene either.
Yeah, well, Garrett had it so bad.
Well, that's
he would fall asleep while he was at work. He'd fall asleep while he was driving. It was so bad. We were at a psychologist for one of my kids getting his evaluation done. And the whole time the man is giving us the thing, Garrett fell asleep and started to snore. I was so he fell asleep like they were getting ready to get off of work, and he fell asleep. And the guy started laughing. And his boss looked at him. He goes, "And y'all think that's normal?" You know, it's like they were laughing. He goes, "It's not funny." So I did, Teresa. I did. So after he tested, they said he fell asleep. Like he stopped breathing so many times in 1 minute that it was so dangerous. So it was the end of the year.
I was like that too.
And the lady said, well, I forget what the circumstances was, but we had to wait a couple weeks before we can get it because of the deductible or whatever it was. And she goes, he has it so bad. He needs this now. She goes, I will leave it. And she goes, post-date me a check for when you have it. And that's how bad his was. And he will not go anywhere without that CPAP. We go on a cruise, it comes with us. We go somewhere, it comes with us. And he can't sleep.
Al said when he went to the sleep study, and they said you tied for first place of the most like apnea, like as like the other person, because I don't know if they do it per minute or per hour, but they just said tied for first place of the worst person they ever saw. And I'm like, interesting. Yeah. But yeah, Tony has it too, but he won't go.
But you see, for the hurricane, oh my God, he was so miserable because we couldn't plug in his CPAP.
Well, that's why you need a generator, I guess, huh?
Yeah.
Oh, that's dangerous too. It's just really bad. I mean, it's not good for your heart, and obviously not breathing is not good for your life.
No. Definitely breathe. Get that check, Angie.
Yeah, I mean, I hate to say it, but when I was way heavier, I used to have that, like, you know, you're jerking asleep, like, and feeling that racing heartbeat. And I think it's less now. Do you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
Why is that happening now?
Is he vacuuming?
I think it sounds like a vacuum.
I hear it. It sounds like a drill almost.
It's a vacuum. He never does it ever. Why is he doing it while I'm live?
Maybe he's trying to get you to get off.
Hold on. Wait. I have 2 vacuums, and the one that I've been using now is sitting right next to me. So he's using the old one.
Ah.
Wonder
I
if
wish
he-
somebody here would use a vacuum.
It makes me, I feel allergic when it happens.
Oh, wow.
I can't even close this door. This house is falling apart, man. It's falling apart. Ugh, I've got to be lucky if I get half what I paid at this point. I should just get out of it quick. Why? Why?
Oh, you thought it was coming from outside your house, Jane?
What did Yarn again said? That was my thought, Dawn.
Oh, crap. What was my thought? I don't know.
See? Now you don't remember what you said. See, we're really...
Oh, really? I'm used to hearing his CPAP now. It helps with my ringing in my ears. Since there's nothing they can do about it.
I remember the CPAP noise was pretty... It was loud, but it was like...
No, it's not loud, but it's this constant little hum kind of noise.
Something got sucked up in the vacuum just now. I heard that noise. Like that half of the carpet went up into it. Oh boy.
That's good. Garrett's, yeah, he doesn't have like a whisper. His is kind of old. He's probably due for another one.
He never looks at the cup when it gets full. He'll like try to vacuum when it's all the way like full to the brim. So I asked him to try to help me. Ooh, that's even annoying me, that sound now. I can't yell at him. What are you doing? Stop doing it.
It's a little bit lower than my ear.
What?
Your vacuum.
I don't even want to be in a house that has vacuum going. No, I mean, not for the sound, but I'm very allergic to dust, and I won't be able to breathe now I didn't bring that medicine with me, but maybe I need to take that antihistamine.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be done in a second. He should be done in a second because he has to dump out the cup, but he's not. He never cleans the cup out. He'll run it till it's like spilling out into the universe.
Yeah, you maybe should try your medicine a couple more times and see.
I didn't want that medicine. I wanted the medicine I was taking all along. You have to understand that. And
I know that, but they're not going to give it to you, so
we'll see. She said she had to speak to the head guy who is a psychiatrist.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like, but a little higher pitched. Constantly
Gotta tell
in
him.
the head.
Tony.
No, we don't have a Generac. That's like about $12,000 that I don't have. It is good, Jane. It's a frozen mocha. Except they're so inconsistent in how they make it. So
okay, it's not a vacuum per se. He's sanding a wall.
Oh,
right? As the sander is attached to some kind of, maybe it's attached to the shop vac or something, but it's just extremely loud. So it's construction work that's going on. He's not even, I was getting excited. At least the floors would be clean. But no. I'm out of breath because I ran down and ran back up.
That sucks, Greg.
What's going on, Greg? 8th. Oh. What do you mean? Do they ever send, like, do they send back, like, newspapers and rocks or something? People are so unscrupulous.
Yeah, Angie, we got a couple generators, but yeah, those Generacs cost at least $12,000 to install.
Well, now they're going to cost probably like $20,000.
And now we no longer have gas at our house. We have all electric, which I hate. Eventually, maybe, but it's going to cost us like $2,000 to get them to reconnect it from the road to the house.
How much?
About $2,000.
They're not giving you what you already had?
Mm-mm.
That's kind of sad. We have only electric, and we would do gas in a second, a hot second.
Well, he said the reason they don't, it takes 2 months to reconnect the gas here. And he said, so your house will be completely finished and you can't get into it until that gas is rehooked up. So you'll be waiting 2 months. So I told him, I'll take electric. Thank you.
But you could, I know you're kind of you're in a time crunch. I understand. But now you're going to have to pay and you're going to have to wait anyway. But.
Me either, Angie. I like to see my fire.
Look, I have the smooth. I never wanted electric. I used to have gas for over 40 years.
Yeah, I mean, that's all I've ever had.
But when I got the smooth top, I mean, I used to hate all those like coils that would heat properly because that's what they had in Pennsylvania. I just got one of those smooth cooktops. I like the smooth cooktops. But yeah, natural gas is the preferred. It's just preferred for things in general. Like, I mean, we have that fireplace that runs on electricity. That's so dumb. On Christmas Day, the fuse, like the outside fuse that's like this big, a squirrel got tangled into it and knocked out our electric on Christmas Day. So we were freezing. We had no heat. We had no lights. We had no internet.
And gas bakes better too. I bake a lot for people like friends and stuff. And you cannot, it's no comparison.
Tina, somebody was telling me that they only want to bake in their electric oven, but I guess it depends on brands, you know?
Yeah.
They were saying like she would get sort of uneven results.
So I'm going to have to, I guess, play with it. To see.
Do you know America's Test Kitchen? Like have you heard of that? Those people who do like recipe tests. Well, they were testing out bakeware. And I always bake in my Pyrex, in my glass things. And they were showing like, we're going to show you like a cake mix box baked in metal versus the glass, like the 13 by 9 by 2s. The difference was it was so much more beautiful and evenly textured on the metal. And I don't use metal.
I use metal.
So it was amazing, the difference. So, I mean, look, nobody's going to see it. I'm just eating it mostly.
Right. Yeah. I don't know how this is going to work out, y'all, but I will let y'all know. Because I'm a gas person all the way, but
you'll get used to it.
I guess.
If it's a new one, you'll get used to it. The old ones were not good. I'm just going to say that. They're very different now.
Yeah, Greg, so you lost that money?
I asked him, he goes, all the returns shipped from Queens. But they're coming from all over the United States. They put an intercept in the mail to go elsewhere. I don't understand how that worked, but you're getting screwed because you're not getting your object back. And then you had to return the money. They're ripping you off. Oh, eBay paid him. Good.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good at least. But it's a pain and a hassle to have to go through.
Yeah, no kidding, man.
Yeah,
That's
I hope so, Angie. I hope so.
you will get used to it. I know you'll get used to it. You'll be
I
used
just,
to that
I
thing.
know it's gonna. I feel like it's gonna affect my baking stuff, and that's what really gets me.
Well, make some samples anyway. I mean, like just do practice runs so you know
Yeah,
how.
that's what I'm
And
having
you'll
to
get
do.
used to like the temp and the time,
Yeah.
and you'll adjust your recipes the way you need to. You'll get used to it. Like I knew that my the gas stove, I mean the electric stove here runs hotter. Anyway, it used to
I'm
run.
gonna get one of those little thermometers that hang in your oven.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Okay, I've been using a slow cooker a lot lately, like the crock pot type thing. And then my husband said, "You're going to burn the house down." I go, "What are you talking about?" He goes, "Do you remember This Is Us? They burnt the house down because of a crock pot." And I said, "What are you telling me? That was a fictitious story." And now
I use crock pot all the time.
he made me paranoid. I'm like, now I don't want to.
Right, Jane?
Yeah, I know I have one. I just don't know what box it's in. That's sad.
I can't find him. I can't find my tennis shoes.
I can't even. I have Tupperware stuff that's separated, and I'm like, "Did you find the thing that closes like the cake boxes?" And he goes, "What do you mean?" Because I go, I had two of them, and I go, I found the top parts of both of them. I found the bottom of one, and I found none of the things that like strap together. And I'm like, "Sure, you didn't throw it away?" Like on one of your binges, when he goes, "I didn't touch that. I know what those look like. I wouldn't throw that out," he says. Okay. All right. Well, he was sanding down a wall that had some damage, we'll say. A lot of my walls are cracked. We had two big earthquakes that were not enough to crumble things, but they were enough to crack the wall a little bit. Now, it's not bad. It's just like it needs to just have some putty. Look, the cracks had started before I even moved in because I see stuff that they repaired. And I've lived here 18 years. This house is old. But, you know, that's what happens when you have an old house. You have a brand new house. That's kind of nice.
I know.
I think it's nice.
It'd be so nice. I can't wait to take a ride down there and see what they're doing.
People always say, like, some really well-made old houses are great. I understand that. But I think all things being equal, as my brother would say, a new house is better. Because at
My
least
house
it's new to you.
It was over 100 years old.
Wow.
The Hurricane Betsy in 63 lifted it, and like it. So my house was always, when we added on, we had to add it crooked because the house was.
I'm sorry to laugh like that.
Yeah.
We've seen houses that were really off to kilter, you know. Like when we were looking at pictures or looking at places, it's like my friend was trying to rent an apartment and she said, "It feels so uneven. Like I feel like I'm going to roll out of the bed." And it really was so bad. We were saying we could make games of it. We could put marbles and have races going down.
Right. Oh, I could put something on my floor and it would just, yeah.
Yeah. It was like
it is, Greg. I just wish it was tomorrow, yesterday, something.
It looks really good. Yeah, it'll be quick. I thought I wouldn't talk to you for 2 days and you'll be telling me I'm in the middle of moving. And I'll be like, oh.
I wish.
So,
oh,
it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen for you.
Yeah.
It might be.
We may be, like I told you, we may be sitting on lawn furniture for a little bit, but we'll get there.
There's nothing wrong with lawn furniture, I think.
I have my table and chair set for the kitchen.
I was gonna say, do you have folding chairs or chairs? Like, as long as you have that. I mean, look, I know you don't have money to waste, but you can get a really crappy couch on the internet for like less than
Yeah.
$400. I'm not saying it's going to last long, but it's going to look good for at least
Right.
from afar. Might feel hard, like a rock.
Well, we have beds. We have, I have my dining room set. But as far as the living room set, we let them demolish it with the house because it was so crappy.
I don't know. Like, I'm thinking we should maybe we should leave the couch. I don't know if we should just empty out the house 100%, or if we should leave the couch in the house while they're showing it and then just put it out when it gets sold. So I think people are they can't imagine their furniture, or I don't know if houses appear smaller when they're empty and you can't imagine all the furniture fitting in. And I'm thinking, I don't know.
Yeah, they do, Claudette. We may check that out.
If you can, do they have rehome stores near you? Because the one over here.
No, they had one rehome store, and it's gonna they closed it. Mother's Day in your house. It would be awesome.
Is that in 3 weeks?
I don't know. When is Mother's Day? It's usually around the 8th or something like that.
Oh, well, I think.
I don't know what day it is this year. Let me look.
Let
me look. When is Mother's Day? 2020?
Someone look it up.
It's 11th.
I think our yard sale is going on Mother's Day. That's kind of weird. Who's going to go on to a yard sale on Mother's Day?
I don't know. May 11th.
That would be nice. I bet it'll be ready around then. Like,
so that guy, when they were doing the baseboards, and he was saying it's going to go fast. It's going to go fast.
Well, yeah, they could put flooring and paint in like 2 days. It just needs
because we were telling them that the side of the porch is where the ramp went, and they needed. I said they're going to have to pull the thing out, and he just shook his head. He goes, "Really? Like they wasn't supposed to build that side of the porch." So.
Oh. So they're going to have to tear something down that they put up?
They did. The side railing on the porch where the side of the house is.
I think you're right, Jane. I think a lot of yard saler people would think it's fun to do a community yard sale. Probably. I just can't imagine a lot of people wanting to participate on Mother's Day. And the fact that all the Amish people, I don't think they're participating. But I want to drive around and see. I want to see.
Well, if you're participating, you can't drive around.
Oh, I could if my husband watches the tables.
Yeah, Angie.
I'm going to be shocked, honestly, if I make more than $20. I think it's going to be like a $10 yard sale.
Right.
Just my prediction.
Because some days I can't walk up the steps, and now it has like 5 or 6 steps. But, according to the PT, I don't have any problems.
You have no problems. You should be running up those stairs.
And it'll be beneficial to Sean too. So, but yeah. And it's big, the ramp. It goes up, and then there's a landing that turns, and then it comes back up. Yes, Angie, you can come see me.
Yeah, that'll be fine.
You can ride on up, and it's got a nice big turn.
Does she have a motorized wheelchair?
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
I am.
So you can.
Yep.
Oh, that's sweet. You guys are going to get to meet.
Right. So it's not steep because, the fact that it goes up, it turns, and then it comes back up. So when we get together in November, with Teresa's coming November, I was trying to get Suzy to come, but
you didn't tell me when.
She's coming. She doesn't know for sure. The 8th is her birthday, and they're coming down that time. And we're going to try. Angie's not far from us. Yep.
It
When
would be
Angie
hard.
came down here, I was somewhere else, so I couldn't meet her because Angie's son lives near my booth.
All the trees are going.
That's how it was here this morning, but I think the
We're
sun came.
supposed to get storms for like every day in a row. But they said Friday is tomorrow. That's when we're going back. They said
Right.
that during the rain is supposed to be not happening when we'd be loading up the car.
Oh, okay.
Let's
Now
hope.
Johnny's coming this way for Father's Day. He's going to see his dad.
Okay. So does he want to have a meetup of people in? Do you have enough people in Louisiana that would show up?
Well, we got Glenn, we got Chris, got Cajun Princess is here. Trying to think who else is in Louisiana.
That
Southern Belle.
the girl that used to do the cards, the tarot cards, wasn't she in
Oh
Louisiana?
yeah, Star. I think her name was
She's
Star.
been around lately. I haven't seen her.
I haven't seen her, but she lives around where Johnny's from, I think. Yeah, I think she's from this.
Debbie likes a good meetup. I mean,
Oh yeah, Robin Bye. She's in Mississippi.
Debbie, why don't you go? You're closer than me.
Last time Robin Bye was here, she was going to her honey hole and she wouldn't tell me where.
Really?
Yes, shame on her.
Should have followed her.
I know. she was thrifting.
She's like, she wouldn't tell you where you're going? You're like,
Yeah, Johnny's coming. So Glenn, when Teresa comes out this way, we can maybe all get together. We're going to try to meet up with Angie and maybe Robin Bye.
I'm speaking for him, but he likes a good meetup too, right? I know he likes to meet.
Who's that?
Swamp Picker.
Oh, yeah.
Glenn.
Oh, Craig is in Alabama.
Vima.
Hi, Vima.
Hi, Vima. How are you, Vima?
Good seeing you.
He hasn't been there in 6 years. Dang.
Wow.
Yeah,
I know he's going to see his dad for Father's Day. He's going to be out in the bayou.
I think I'm going to clear off this desk.
Hey, Myra, how are you, hon?
This desk, this folding. I use folding tables for furniture a lot.
Oh, you don't even want to see. My desk is a folding table right now, and you should see it. There's stuff falling off of it.
Oh, there's stuff falling off of this, and I haven't even been living here. I just never cleaned it up ever. Like, really. It's just, it takes me. I clean stuff up, and in about 10 minutes to like a half a day, it looks exactly the same as the way it did before I bothered.
Well, everything was so clean in here, like put away where it was supposed to be. Now there's stuff everywhere. I can't even pack orders properly.
I bought so much reselling stuff. I think I brought a big box with all the like padded envelopes and poly bags there.
Mm-hmm. So
now I just found tissue paper. Tissue paper galore. While we're having our live, I'll start tidying up if you don't mind.
Oh, sure. Go ahead. Because
I'm
sure.
Maybe
I'm just gonna sit here and not tidy up. How about that?
Maybe I can clear this off.
I need to start packing
and throw everything on the floor. But then I don't have a place to do the live the next time I'm here.
Yeah, one day at a time, Myra. One day at a time, hon.
Well, since garbage day is tomorrow, it would pay to collect garbage, is all I'm going to say. You're getting through. Hi, Myra. You're getting through. I'm looking.
Suzy has to do that.
What?
Make Vima blue.
I have to make Beamer blue. Okay.
Yeah, Vima's been to quite a few of our shows lately. If y'all haven't checked her out, she does beautiful work.
Beamer, you're blue. And I'm not talking sad. Now, not to say anything disparaging about my previous dog, but she used to sneak into this room while I was sleeping and pee on the throat. And I just found a spot under my desk.
Poor Trixie.
Poor Trixie. She was sick. Aw. Poor baby. That was sad.
I haven't been to Kevin's in a minute. I have to get back over there.
You do. I think part of this.
I like to share playlists with other people.
Taking stuff off this desk. Oh boy. It's embarrassing. There's a lot of stuff under the desk I have to get. I'm glad I took that leave, let me tell you. It's getting there, it's getting there.
And yeah, it's hard because he's on at all different times. He's a wealth of information, definitely.
Who? Kevin?
Kevin. Mm-hmm. I need to get over there more, but it's usually when I see him on, it's like something is going on.
That happens to me too.
Yeah. If y'all not sub to Vima, everybody's blue. You can do it. I was trying to see what I'm at now.
I made like one sub in about 2 months. One new sub.
Oh, 672. I'm getting there one day.
Happy July 4th. I don't know.
This is Kevin Tuber Chat.
I should hang this from the dog's collar and like take them walking. Is everybody gonna get like flashing lights?
What is that?
Some of the kids have things like this. It's like lit up.
Oh
you
yeah.
Push buttons and then it it does different patterns. So like on July 4th, the kids sit, and play with this so that they don't annoy their parents while they're probably drinking wine in their sippy cups.
Oh, over here we don't have fancy ones like that. We just got the ones that you pop and they light up.
Okay. Well. Anyway, I was.
Oh.
Did you hear the part about the wine in the
haircut
sippy
again,
cup?
Suzy? Huh?
I said the mothers. I met some modern day mothers that they take wine in the kids' sippy cups
Oh, well, there you go.
to these events. I mean, wine wouldn't be my choice.
Oh my goodness. You sleeping? Are you sleeping? Why do you always turn your head when I talk to you? Like
maybe she only hears out of one ear.
Precious?
Maybe she hears out of only
we
one.
We stopped at my mom's and Sabrina was there. And she's like, talking to Sabrina. And I try to talk to her and she turns her head. You going to talk to me? Huh? No.
Oh, you're just taking it personal. Is that it?
I am taking it personal. My feelings are
I think she might only hear with the ear that's closer to you.
She turns either way away.
Oh, and she's just being a female dog. Yes. A female dog. You know what I mean. Tony's gonna be happy. I'm gonna get to throw out.
Yes, Jane, old time sparklers.
I used to love those. Like, you know, they had these things like you would pump it and then they would spin around and actual sparks would come out. And then they would put like the gel of like, it would be red and blue. And when you, those things, and they probably like burned people or burnt down properties, but it was fun, you know.
Oh, it
So
burned down
fun
properties.
until somebody gets their face burnt off. Yeah. Those kids had to spoil the fun for everyone. Remember, like, I hated firecrackers, but the kids in my old neighborhood used to set off things. The people in my new neighborhood, they set off what sounds like artillery.
Oh yeah, they have those.
Oh, it's horrible. Well, they have the M80s, but they have something that's like dynamite.
Yeah.
It's like, do you really need that? Do you think that it's that important to celebrate a new year? It's just another minute in the course of a year. I mean, have a beer with your friends and then like listen to some music, dance. I don't know. Have a kiss with somebody. But do you have to like make that kind of a racket? I sound like an old curmudgeon lady now. I have turned into one of them. If your ball goes on my property, I'm going to keep it. Yeah. No. The other day, I saw two kids riding a Vespa.
Running in Best Buy?
Riding a Vespa scooter.
Oh, a Vespa.
There were two boys, and they were on pink scooters. Well, you know. See, like, I don't want to throw stuff away. I was going to say the S word. Like, I have these two fake candles, like, for my mom.
Throw them away, Suzy.
Throw them away.
I give you permission. Throw them away, Suzy.
Throw them away. This thing I need.
Now.
This is a link.
She's got pink pigtails.
Oh. She looks really cute, except she looks like she's making a face like she's not happy.
No, she's not.
She's sneering.
She's not happy. But she wants to sleep, but she's...
Oh. You know, I remember one year having fun on New Year's Eve because we went to a concert and we went dancing and I was in my 20s and it was fun. And we were out till almost, I don't know, 4 or 5 in the morning. And I went another New Year's Eve, I went to a dinner party and that was kind of fun. And now, I mean, as I got older, we went and sat on someone's couch and had some supper and snacks. That was fun. And nice. It wasn't really fun. Like we weren't laughing. But I just want to stay at home now.
I know. I don't want to go anywhere. I'm getting a bath now.
You're getting what?
A bath by Precious.
Oh. I was saying, like,
my goodness. Well, are we boring you?
Sometimes I like to have a different kind of supper on New Year's Eve, like do crudité and charcuterie, all these fancy words, meaning like cut up vegetables and cut up meats.
Me too, Jane.
You turn into a pumpkin. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's like being. Yeah, I don't. Honestly, I start getting sleepy. I want to start chilling out at 9 o'clock now, and I want to be in bed by 11 for sure. And occasionally, if I fall asleep on the couch, I'm up to like later because once you've slept. Tony was like, you were sleeping for 2 hours and he didn't wake me because he used to wake me. And I'd say, if I'm sleeping, let me sleep. But I really should just go to bed. The trouble is I wake up at like 3 in the morning and then I'm done if I go to bed at like 9.
Shoot. I slept my butt off yesterday. And the dog slept with me.
Trixie used to sleep with me when I was having a nap. She was like really good about it. And the other dogs are not as considerate, is all I'll say.
Well, Bella is on one side and like she plops and she has to touch you. So, and like if she misjudges, then she's on you. And then I'm a side sleeper. So Precious will get in the crook of my knees. So she'll sleep there.
Norton's on my feet and Roxy's up by my face a lot of the time. But I've discovered if I put a big pillow between me and Tony, she sometimes goes on the other side. And Tony said she's practically she's laying on my face. He says I wake up and she's like breathing on me. I said she used to like lay by my face and I'd be inhaling and she has furry ears and like the hairs would be going in my nostrils. And then she twitches because it's like I'm annoying her by breathing in her hair.
Right.
And I'm like, excuse me, why don't you move, lady? So I discovered if I hug her, really like hug her, and then try to sleep with like on her instead of her on me, she leaves. So it's kind of how I get her to go. I mean, I could just
they can do
go.
it to you, but you can't do it to them.
Right. No. Like I'll put my foot on Norton and he like looks at me like, what are you doing? And I'm like, well, you're on me. Why can't I go on you? Like,
you want to lick the cup? Want to lick the cup?
Like, no.
Mm-mm.
My Norton wants to chew on. I used to hand him a bottle like this and say, bring it to daddy. And he would bring it like once, but by the third time I ask him, he starts chewing on it. It's not good.
It's wet. Oh, excuse me, real quick.
Okay. Oh, I gotta go.
No, not yet. Why?
Shortly.
Oh, cool. All right. I'm gonna go see.
It must be Garrett telling her something about the house. That's what I think.
He said that the porch is finished, the ramp, or did they redo the porch things? Well, no, that was off yesterday. I don't know. So it's finished? Awesome. Okay. Somebody else is there working?
Congratulations.
Okay. Bye, Jane.
Bye, Jane. I gotta run, Dawn.
So, all right, honey. I'll call you back. Bye.
Yeah, I gotta go because I have an appointment.
Okay. Yeah, I got to go to physical therapy later too. So, all right, guys. Well,
Thanks for
thank you
coming, everyone.
Thanks for hanging out with us.
I appreciate you.
Yes, definitely. Okay. And we
Take
will
care,
see
everybody.
y'all tomorrow on
all
Dawn's
you creative
Angels.
types, be creative, and all you, if do something fun at least once a week, please. Thank you.
Sounds like a plan. You want me to end it, or you going to end it?
You can end it. I'll just wave.
You can just wave. Okay.
Take care, everyone.
All right, guys.